Kyla's a Muslim.
Is she Muslim now?
Muslim now, Kyla.
When we first heard about Cheri, the 4-year-old Christian girl who proudly called herself a Muslim and chose to wear the hijab, the world fell silent for a moment. A child, untouched by debate, unshaken by culture, simply said, "I am Muslim." And in that innocence, millions of hearts rediscovered the meaning of fitra, the natural state Allah created us all upon. But Cheri's journey didn't stop there. Her story continued, and what followed was even more beautiful, more pure, and more inspiring. This video is dedicated to her mother for nurturing that light, for allowing the world to witness what divine guidance can look like through a child. Let's see what Cheri has been up to. One of the most touching moments came when Cheri spent the weekend with her favorite cousin, her best friend, her sister in spirit. Before going home, Cheri decided to give her cousin a very special gift, one of her own hijabs, saying, "You're a Muslim now."
I can't see her face. I can see. I can see. You are Muslim now. Kyla's a Muslim.
Is she Muslim now?
Muslim now, Kyla. You Muslim now.
Her cousin was overjoyed, and her father was deeply moved by the gesture. Think about that. A child giving away something so symbolic, not as a rule, not as a ritual, but as love. The hijab, in her hands, wasn't just fabric. It was a bridge of understanding, of faith, of identity. Moments like these remind us that dawah doesn't always come through preaching. Sometimes it comes through pure, innocent hearts who simply act from love. And then came one of the most emotional clips, Cheri performing her very first wudu, with her auntie guiding her gently, step by step. She listens carefully, remembers every motion, and completes it flawlessly on the first try. You can feel the joy in her mother's voice, that pride every parent feels when their child takes their first spiritual step. The Prophet said, "Purity is half of faith." And seeing this child purify herself with such focus, it's almost symbolic of her entire journey, washing away the world's labels and returning to her true self. Soon after, Cheri begins learning Arabic, tracing letters, reciting sounds, smiling every time she gets one right. Her auntie, patient and proud, watches her grow. And as we watch, we realize this isn't just a child learning a language. It's a soul learning to speak the language of her fitra.
Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, kha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin, shin, sa, dad, ta, za, ayn, ghayn, fa, kaf, kaf, lam, mim, ha, waw, hamza, ya.
Yeah?
How many can you say?
I think she gets up to there.
Alif, ba, ta,
Alif, ba, ta, sa,
ba,
sa,
da, jim, ja, ko, ja,
that's kaf,
kaf,
dal,
ja, dal.
zal.
Yeah, stop the music and do it.
Then came a day that melted hearts everywhere. Cheri attending a reverts lunch gathering at the mosque. The event began with a child beautifully reciting the Qur'an. The room was filled with a peace that only faith can bring. Cheri sat there, surrounded by people from all walks of life. Fathers and sons who had left their old faiths behind. Women who had traveled far just to connect with their sisters in Islam. and teachers who shared stories of hope. Among them was Dr. Abu Ibrahim.
I want to say, Cheri, thank you, firstly, for inspiring all of us, yes, to want to be Muslim. Thank you for your lovely message that you gave that you wanted to wear the hijab as well, mashallah. And I'm honoured to be a guest here in this monthly circle, which is called the lunch, isn't it, yes? For reverts, but it's got your name in the very beginning. So, inshallah, you get all of the reward. And may Allah bless you and your family and all the community that helps to put this. Say Ameen.
Whose words towards Cheri touched on mercy, patience, and the beauty of guidance. For Cheri's mum to bring her there, to place her in a space of learning, community, and remembrance, that was an act of immense wisdom and love. Every parent should pray to raise a child whose first memories of faith are filled with unity, laughter, and kindness. The Prophet ﷺ said, "A child is born upon the fitrah. It is the parents who make him a Jew, a Christian, or a Magian." But here we see a mother guiding her daughter back to the fitrah, with gentleness, not force, with love, not pressure. In another video, we see Cheri exploring a perfume shop, curious, excited, full of wonder. The owner, kind and patient, shows her how to mix ouds and fill perfume jars. She learns about scents, about patience, about beauty in creation. Watching her interact, it feels like she's discovering not just perfumes, but the fragrance of Islam itself, the idea that beauty and purity are both acts of worship. In one of the most heartwarming videos, we see little Cheri promoting a restaurant, smiling brightly and saying, "You should try their food."
I did not go to try their food.
It's such an innocent moment, but behind that smile, you can see a young girl already spreading positivity, kindness, and encouragement. She's not just wearing the hijab, she's living Islam with her actions. The Prophet ﷺ said, "The most beloved of people to Allah are those who are most beneficial to others." Cheri, in her small way, embodies that, using her joy to lift others, even through something as simple as recommending a good meal. And then came the sweetest scene of all, Cheri opening one of her box of gifts.
Hi everybody, today we are leaving a big gift. It's a big box.
A big box?
Yeah.
Among them, a Muslim doll named Aisha, who recites verses from the Qur'an, and an I Read Qur'an LCD pad. You can see her excitement, her curiosity, her joy, the kind that comes from knowing she belongs to something beautiful, something meaningful. These are not just toys, they're tools that nurture love for Allah from the earliest years. Cheri's story is more than viral videos. It's a reminder of the fitrah that lives in every child, a reminder that Islam is not just taught, it's felt. But behind every bright child, there's a guiding mother. So to Cheri's mom, this is for you. You have done something few parents ever do. You allowed your child's faith to grow naturally, beautifully, and publicly. You've inspired countless mothers across the world to nurture their children's faith with love, not fear. And you've reminded us that sometimes the smallest voices carry the deepest truth. Cheri's journey is still unfolding, but one thing is certain. Her story has already changed hearts. May Allah bless her, her family, and all children who are guided by His light.
I'm so excited to play with these things. These are so nice. Thank you so much, Desi Dolls.